tough night, Paul?
Absolutely. Second best from start to finish. Feel sorry for the fans that travelled, appreciate their support, but I was amazed when they were clapping at the end, in all honesty. That's the type of performance for me that's unacceptable. There's ways to lose a game of football, irrespective of scoreline. That's not how to. The lads have been very good since we've come in. So that's unacceptable, and that message has been been said loud and clear. So yeah, a kind of tough night, but almost embarrassed. That's nowhere near what we've been about, and nowhere near what I want us to be about.
In some ways, could it have been more than 3-0? Some good saves from Harry Burgoyne in amongst it.
Yeah, quite possibly. And I think we just saw we'd had 6 attempts at goal. I can't really remember them. In truth, I think TP had a shot, and that's about the only thing I can remember. Again, maybe my mind's playing tricks, but I don't think it's too far off the truth.
And you started so well, of course, down at Reading on Saturday. Completely the opposite tonight, being behind after 5-6 minutes.
Yeah, corner where, I'll be honest, if VAR's involved, it doesn't get given because it's a block. As in, looking at how Liverpool's goal was knocked off at the weekend, I'm not asking for that. My thing with that at the weekend was there would hardly be any goals from set plays because it's part of the game. It happens all the time. I have more of an issue when the referee doesn't see Morgan Feeney and Shea Dunkley's shirts being almost ripped off the back. But that wouldn't have made any difference to the scoreline tonight. That was just in terms of that situation. We don't deal with it. We have a chance to clear it. We don't clear it, and then we just kind of switch off. A player probably 6 yards out has a chance to have a touch and then score. And again, that shouldn't happen.
You made 4 changes to the starting 11. Is that a factor? You've had a reasonably settled side, and you've had to make those changes tonight.
I said I don't want to use that as any kind of excuse. Could it have contributed? Possibly, but I'd talk about the importance of squad. Players that will want opportunities, players that get it. We had to change, obviously, Aaron missing from what started at the weekend and who had been playing centre-back. And then we lose Mal and the keeper. So 3 of the back 5, I suppose. But that doesn't stop you running around. That doesn't stop you winning tackles. I lost count, or it seems that how many times we went in for tackles and come out second best, and in important areas where they're then running towards our goal, in and around the box. And I think, as I just said to the players, it summed it up at the end for me. So we were right on the final whistle. Ryan Bowman tries to play Aidan O'Brien, and their lad comes straight through Aidan and takes the ball and the man. A desire. And yes, when you were 3-0 up, it's easy, maybe a little bit easier. But they had one just in front of us as well, similar, just before the end. They kept going to the end. It was a team that was hungry, a team that ran, really ran. And I didn't see that from us tonight. And that's not, like I said, what I think we've been about.
Lincoln are a team in form. They're 9 unbeaten now. They'll be delighted with their second and third goals. How were they from your point of view, the goals 2 and 3?
We make a bad decision in the middle of the pitch. We spoke about playing, again, another thing I wasn't happy with, the amount of times we played backwards tonight. It's keeping the ball, but then there's trying to play into an area and understanding the game situation. So we didn't start great. You can't just whack it anywhere, but you can see the situation. You can maybe turn them around, try and ask a few questions of their back line and then get yourselves into the game a little bit more. But that second goal, we got caught and then we don't recover anywhere near quick enough. The third one's luck, let's be honest, but again, I don't think that the scoreline flatters Lincoln at all, so I'd kind of irrelevant whether it was lucky or not.
Did Jack Hinchy pick up a knock? He came on at half-time and he had to go off towards the end.
Yeah, I think a bit of a sort of dead leg, and you could see it's a sore one. I don't know if it is around his knee area as well. again, he was trying to run it off, but was just at that point where it seemed pointless trying to get him to get through. Might as well get him off and hope that, you know, it can settle down quickly. I got some thinking to do ahead of the weekend and some decisions to make. I'm not sure where we'll be at in terms of availability, but what I do know is we've got I know they've lost tonight, but I watched them at the weekend against Bolton, what I consider a proper team, and maybe they should be in terms of where they've been in recent years. But if we hear anything like that, it'll be more than 3-0.
Thanks for your time, Paul.
Cheers.